I'm back. Rodrans for Black and White Sports. Let's talk some more XFL. We're going to first talk about St. Louis's attendance. I've been talking up their TV ratings in St. Louis, and their fans are going to come out big. They influenced my prediction pick. If you haven't watched my prediction video for week 3, check it out. Went up yesterday. And I'm going to suggest when the XFL, if it looks like it's going to succeed, 2 key cities it should look at for its next 2 franchises, and it would work out just fine in the divisions, okay? Let's do the Battlehawks attendance first. This is from Pro Football Talk. According to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, the XFL's Battlehawks expect to have 28,000 for Sunday's home opener against the New York Guardians, filling the entire lower bowl at the Dome at America's Center. This is where the Rams used to play. Tickets are not sold for the upper deck. The Battlehawks have drawn bigger local TV ratings than the NHL St. Louis Blues, which won the Stanley Cup a year ago. Per the Post-Dispatch, the XFL's Week 1 7.4%. Local TVs tuned in for Sunday's afternoon game. That prior evening, the Blues only drew a 4.8. In Week 2, the Battlehawks drew a 5.3, and the Blues pulled a 3.6. This is very good news for the XFL, which placed 7 of its 8 initial franchises in city that had NFL teams. Yeah, and that's where the article ends. I actually think the XFL might have messed up right there because they had 2 prime locations where the AAF, the Alliance of American Football, was working, okay, as franchises. Number 1, we're going to talk about the Orlando area. Orlando Apollos were drawing massive crowds for AAF. The first game drew a 29,000, and the second game drew 20,000, and the third game drew 18,000. And it's key to note there was only a 2,000 crowd difference between the second and the third Orlando game. So it had leveled off right around that 18,000 range. That's good attendance. That is good attendance. The next one, and this is the one I'm beating the drum for, San Antonio wants pro football so bad they can't stand it. They've been tempted by the Saints and the Raiders twice. I'm telling everybody, San Antonio would show up and blow the doors off. Both Orlando and San Antonio were fantastic to watch AAF football. And San Antonio was the best in the entire league. Their first attendance in their first game was 27,800. The next game drew 29,000. Then in Week 7, they drew 30,000. And then the following week, where the whispers had started that was going to be the final game, they still drew 23,500 fans. So if the XFL wants to start thinking about expanding, if it's going to work and they want to add 1 team in the East, 1 team in the West, look, Texas is big. It can support 3 teams, I promise you. The NFL should have been in San Antonio. They should have dropped a franchise right in the middle between Austin and San Antonio and a stadium out in the middle of nowhere like the Patriots did, and it would kill. It would absolutely kill. That area wants pro football so bad, and the XFL's play is better than the AAF. I can tell you that right now. So that would be 2 key locations. Orlando could drop right in the East, San Antonio right in the West, and they'd both draw 18. Orlando would probably draw 18 to 20, 22,000. San Antonio would draw 30,000. in the XFL. If it was good football, they draw 30,000 people there. And good God, realize certain locations this ain't going to work. Salt Lake's not going to work. San Diego is probably not going to work. I know they lost the Chargers, but they didn't support that AEF team. Neither did Salt Lake. Neither did Memphis. It is what it is. There are just certain locations where the numbers didn't come in. Had they came in the way they did in Orlando, the way they did in San Antonio, the AAF might still be around. The biggest problem with the AAF was the TV deal was terrible. It was terrible. There were some, every week, there was 1 out of 4 games that was really entertaining. So far, we're getting something more in the range of about 2.5 out of 4 good games with the XFL. Okay, so maybe the momentum can stay. The TV deal is much better. And look, if people get the sense the league is going to be around 3, 4, 5, 6 years, 10 years, you will see the attendance get better in some of these cities even, as long as they think that team's going to be there. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.